Hey there folks, so in this video what we're going to do is we're going to take our little character that moves right, up, down and left and look at fixing that left direction. So one of the things that we could think about here is making our character turn and face the direction that they're moving. And that's fine if you've maybe got multiple directions. If you use the top-down starter project that existed before Unreal 5.6, then what you could do is you could come into here and you might see things like, you see I've already searched for rotation, you might turn on things like orientate rotation to movement. This would be where it would be very useful to have a very high rotation, so something like 999,000. And you can see that now I can move up, but actually when I'm moving up and down, I've put this arrow component in so you can see it. The character is turning to face, but the whole character is turning around for that. And that would be great if it was something like, you know, maybe a twin stick shooter, and we wanted our character to basically rotate round and they're always facing in the direction that they're moving in. But here I've got really defined directions. I've got up, down, left and right. So I don't want to be going up and have my character switch to the right animation in order to face that. So what I want to do here is not actually use the orient rotation to movement. I'll keep that rotational value really high. But what I want to do here is I want to basically say if my character is moving on the x-axis, so if they're moving horizontally with the A or the D key, I want to say, well, they're either going to be facing in one direction or I'm going to flip them over so that they face in the other one. Now to do that, I'm going to create myself a custom event and I'm going to call this one update facing. And I'm actually going to call that, after I save the move direction, I'm just going to put my update facing in here. Now this is completely up to you how you want to do this. You could put the functionality that I'm putting here into here, but I want to just keep it separated just so that anything to do with the facing is in this separate custom event just for now. And I can choose where this goes. I could call this at another point if I need to. Now this could be on tick, but if you put it on tick, that means that every single frame of the game we're going to be going, should my character flip over to face the right or the left? Well, I'm not pressing the x-axis keys, the A and the D, every single frame of the game. I'm only pressing those keys if the enhanced input is being triggered. So it makes sense to put it in here so that I'm only actually checking my facing if I'm moving and using keys that would influence it. So what can I do here? Well, I can either get the move direction or I could get the actual action value that's associated with this enhanced input key here. So here you can see I can get my IA top down and there you go, get me the enhanced action value, and this is whatever this value contains here. Now that's something that I have saved into move direction, so for me both of them are the same right now. But maybe you haven't saved move direction, maybe you don't have a vector 2D with that cached away. So if not, just get the value that's inside the enhanced input. I'm going to split it. Remember, you can break it so it doesn't have to be the same node. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say, is this not equal? To do not equal, you need to put a exclamation mark, it'll do a not equal. And we're basically looking to say if this X value is not equal to 0. Because if we think about how the enhanced input systems work, 0 means I'm not pressing the key. So the first thing I'm basically doing here with this branch is I'm basically just having a filter that goes, am I actually pressing the A or the D key? Am I giving my character some kind of X directional movement? If I'm not, then false. Don't go any further. Don't do anything more with this logic. If I am, then what I want to do is I want to set the actor rotation. Now notice here I'm setting the actor's rotation, which flips over the whole thing. It doesn't just change the sprite, and changing the sprite could work. You could flip the sprite over 180 degrees so it faces the other way. But if you do that, what is right to the character is still right to the character. It's just that the sprite faces in the wrong way. So I want to flip the whole thing over so that my character, what is right to them, now becomes left. Now what we can do here is, rather than going into this and saying, well, let's use another branch and let's check whether we are moving to the right or the left and have a actor rotation for right and an actor rotation for left, what I can do here is I can take this rotational value and I can split it so that I'm only using one of the values here. I've got X, Y, and Z, so roll, pitch, and yaw, spinning around the X, spinning around the Y, and spinning around the Z. And I'm just going to take my pitch here and I'm going to use a select. And the idea of this is it basically takes in a Boolean value and goes, okay, well, if this Boolean value that comes in here is true, it uses A, and if it's false, it will use B. So if it's true, we're going to have a look at that and say, well, what would be true? We're going to have a look at this x value and say x is greater than 0. What does x greater than 0 mean? Well, x greater than 0 means that I'm moving to the right. So at that point, let's just plug this in and it'll say pick A, move to the right. Well, that's going to be 0. And we'll just leave that at 0 for now. But if it was to come out of here and it was to be less than 0, so it would be false, well, that's going to be using our B. So what we're going to do there is we're going to flip this over by saying let's use 180 instead, which is the opposite direction. So that's nice and easy. One of the things you can do is you can do a compare float, which takes in an executable. It takes in an input. So for example, it could take in our x value. It could compare it with 0, and we could do something if it's right, something if it's left, and something if it's not being used at all. That's if you have a very situational need to do 3 very different things. But if you're just literally flipping it over and changing one value between 2 options, just use the select float. That's a much more cleaner way of doing it than having to have 3 different executable pathways. Just know that that is there as an option for the same kind of functionality. Okay, so let's just have a look at this. It's going to run the update facing. It's going to make our character only flip this over if we are actually pressing a directional key. And if it is greater than 0, so we're moving to the right, it will stay at the rotation, and if not, it will flip it over. So let's have a look at what that actually looks like on our character. If I move to the right, up, down, they're all looking great. If I move to the left, okay, well, our character is flipping around. If I go left and up or left and down, you can see it's completely messing up our character. So why is that? Well, in my character, I have already done a little bit of a fix in that in the spring arm, I changed the rotational value of the spring arm to absolute rotation so that the spring arm wouldn't rotate around in the world. And potentially you might be seeing something a little bit weirder and a little bit different like that, where your character actually gets spun underneath the world and we view it from the other side. So the first little issue is just make sure that we're using absolute rotation. Our camera won't rotate around then, it'll stay exactly where it is, and it'll basically always look at our character from this angle and this direction, no matter whether they're flipping around or not. But the one thing that's really stopping this working, and again I'm going to go and look for, let's look for yaw, is this option here under pawn. So to find this, we're going to just go up to the root, and we would use our controller. And if you search for controller, you'll see that there's a bunch of pawn options here for should we use the controller's rotation for the pitch, the yaw, and the roll. And this one here saying to use the yaw basically means that it takes in data from our player controller and it overrides whatever we're doing with that. So if I turn this off, now it's no longer fighting and having to use that value. It's using whatever value we set. So right and left, right and left, and we've got our up and our down working perfectly. Now you can see here that obviously I don't have an up or a down for it to rotate and start feeding that into the arrow, but in terms of what is my X directional and X facing, it will remember whatever the last key was that I was using on that. So left and right. And that's going to be really useful now because we can use things like these arrows, use things like these input values to start determining which way our attacks should go. So that's going to flip our thing over. Just make sure obviously to set the camera to be on absolute. Make sure that you turn off the use controller and rotation on the yaw and set this up so that it's running in the enhanced input option to flip over our character's rotation. If you do that, you should have 4 different directions. And if you're looking at that and wondering why I have the arrow, just note that I've just added an arrow component. That's all it is because I just needed to see that that was working. So if you do need to debug it, add an arrow component and just set it to not be hidden in game, and that will give you a really quick indication of whether your character is flipping over or not. So with that done, hopefully now you've got the basics and the basis of a top-down movement system on your character. Thanks for watching, folks. If you enjoyed this video, then please consider subscribing to access more of my Unreal Engine content.